Technique number 13 in the Kenpo Karate for Christ Purple Belt curriculum is hugging pendulum. Hugging pendulum is it's our kick attack, and the kick this time is going to be a side kick, more specifically a replacement side kick. So from fighting stance, we talked about with swinging pendulum, where they were attacking with a roundhouse kick. Now they're attacking with a side kick, and again we are going to start already in our neutral bow fighting stance. Right side neutral bow fighting stance. And then from here, the attacker launches in with this back foot comes up to the front foot, and a thrusting side kick is their attack. So as that's coming towards you, we're going to go back thinking in terms of deflecting hammer for our initial response. Again, best block, don't be there. You can generate a lot of speed and power with the replacement side kick. There's a lot of momentum that comes, and as far as the footwork for your kick goes, that replacement step's probably the fastest one. About the time the back foot's hitting the front foot, you can be launching some serious power into that replacement side kick. It was Bruce Lee's favorite kick. It was Joe Louis's favorite kick when he was really he would start his in his point sparring career, blast somebody in the ribs with that, and it would kind of kill their spirit right away, getting hit with that much force. Comes in like a freight train here, just smashes through anything, and it's fast, just boom, and it's there. So best block, don't be there. We don't want to, if we can help it, intercept any of that force at all. So we're going to utilize what we've already practiced with this full retreat idea. I want to get back, out of the way, out of the range of that kick. Not too far back to then be able to respond, because if you can slide just out of the edge of that kick here, then we want to be able to quickly come back in again and capitalize on that time it takes them to kind of recuperate here or reestablish their balance right after that kick. Get them to overextend and then come right back in again. So this very much is your deflecting hammer happening all over again. Hugging pendulum, though, the attack's different. It's a longer range weapon. We're starting in a fighting stance, but the beginning of it's going to be like deflecting hammer. We're back with this downward parry again, right? Not meeting that arm at 90 degrees, or that leg at 90 degrees. I don't want to knock the leg to the side. I want it to continue on the path that it's coming on, straight in, but then just move it ever so much just past us. That's the difference between the parry and the block. Block knocks it away. Parry just moves it ever so much, but allows that force to continue in the direction, the same general direction that it intended from the beginning. So, from fighting stance here, we come back with this downward parry motion with hugging pendulum. And then right away, I'm going to advance with a front cross step here. So back foot, left foot's coming up in front of the right foot here into this kind of twist stance position. And that middle knuckle that we used in the last technique with leaping crane, we're going to use again, and rake as you step. Boom. Let that hand swing straight across in a horizontal line. Now, depending on where your opponent is as he's recovering from that kick, as they fall forward, if their arm is low, then, if their arm is up, if they got the fighting stance up and they're recovering, then you can go underneath that arm again, just like we did with leaping crane, and rake through the ribs. But if their arm is low, which is probably more likely, as they've just missed that kick, their balance kind of shifts forward and that arm might drop some. When it does, rake instead through the bicep. You want to hit the arm there and catch the inside of the bicep muscle with that middle knuckle. And that's every bit just as painful as it is getting hit through the ribs. So first and second step, first step back, second step front cross with this inward rake attack. Now, the foot that plants down here, his right foot, as he's just missed us right in front of you, when we do this front cross step, we have to step deep enough that then we can side kick behind the knee here. And you will both buckle the leg, like we did in the last technique, and turn them a little bit so that you'll be behind them as you plant forward, but this time our vector, instead of being back to the back right corner, the 430, will be more to the front diagonal here as we're intercepting this kick. Puts us in a different position than the punch did. We won't be as far behind them this time. So full retreat back, a front cross with this rake here, either the bicep or the ribs, depends on where their arms are. I'm going to side kick to that right knee. that has just missed me with the kick there. And that's going to drop him down on that knee and turn him around. And then once they hit the ground, I'm going to hammering back fist strike through the back of the head this time. Still aiming kind of for the back of the neck there, that mastoid that we smashed last time with leaping crane. We're going to hit through with this hammering back fist. After we hit through with that hammering back fist, I'm going to come back in with a heel pump this way. And as you do, I'm going to pivot to a reverse bow position. And what that's going to do, if you've planted your foot firmly behind them, and you hit through the back of the head with the right, as I come back in again, you'll be hitting the side of the head, or maybe even catching them in the chin if they turn and look over their right shoulder, which is a fairly common reaction at this point in the technique. But either side of the head or the chin doesn't matter. As I come back in with this heel palm, you'll be pulling them down over your leg this way, throwing them onto their back here, and they'll land on their back face up. And then from here, full cover out, we'll step back out to 6 o'clock. So, all that together, that's how you pendulum starts in a fighting stance. We come back, we inward rake, side kick to the knee, hammering back fist, pivot to a forward bow, pivot back to a reverse bow as you come in with this heel palm, throwing them down on their back. And then full cover out to 6 o'clock. One more time, hugging pendulum.